Good morning, students. Today's we are going to discuss a topic which name is structural activity relationship of H1 receptor antagonist. This is the basic structure of the H1 receptor antagonist. Now come to the discussion about this structure and the structural activity relationship. This group is divided into some points. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, number 1 point is aryl group, number 2 is nature of X, number 3 is alkyl chain, and number 4 is terminal nitrogen atom. Okay, these are the 4 points which have discussed here. Number 1 is aryl group. The diaryl substitution is essential for the significant H1 receptor affinity, and it is present both in first and second generation antihistamines. Next point about the aryl group is the optimal antihistaminic activity depends on the coplanarity of two aryl substitutions. The active aryl substitution are as follows. Actually, aryl group which are phenyl substituted phenyl and heteroaryl group like 2-pyridyl. अराइल ग्रुप डैश दो अराइल ग्रुप हैं यहाँ पर. नंबर 1 अराइल एंड ए आर डैश. सो ए आर इज सब्सटीट्यूटेड फिनाइल, फिनाइल और हीट्रो अराइल ग्रुप लाइक 2-pyridyl, एंड ए आर डैश is aryl or aryl methyl group. Next point about it, the majority of H1 antihistamines passes substituent in one of the aryl ring, generally in phenyl ring, and this influence the potency of the compound. Next one about it, the two aryl ring may be linked, for example, promethazine, cyproheptadine and azitidine. Next point, nature of X. This is the X group. So the X connecting moiety of H1 antihistamines may be simple like carbon chain or saturated carbon oxygen moiety, which serve as a spacer group for required pharmacopoeia. Next point about it, antihistamine containing a carbon atom in the connective moiety, that is phenyramine series and carbinoxamine, which are exhibited chirality, which leads to stereoselective binding to the receptor. Next one is among the enantiomers, the S isomer shows higher H1 receptor binding affinity. The active substitution of X are as follows, where X is oxygen, nitrogen or carbon. If X is oxygen, the amino alkyl ether analog, and if X is nitrogen, the ethylene diamine derivative, and if X is carbon, the compound will be monoamino propyl analog. Okay, so based on the nature of this connecting moiety and the aryl moiety, H1 antihistamines are further divided as ethylene diamine, amino alkyl ether, monoamino propyl analog, etc. Next point, that is alkyl chain. So the carbon chain consists of 2 or 3 atoms in H1 antihistamines, which leads to the distance between the central point of the diaryl system ring and the terminal nitrogen atom in the extended conformation of these compounds in the range of 5 to 6 angstrom. Next point about it, branching of this carbon chain leads to decreases in antihistaminic activity. Exception is promethazine, which is more potent than its non-branched counterpart. Next point, if the carbon atom adjacent to the terminal atom is branched, the possibility of the asymmetric exists. However, it will not affect the binding affinity with the receptor. And the next portion, that is fourth portion, which is terminal nitrogen atom. The terminal nitrogen atom should be a tertiary amine for the maximum activity. The next point about the terminal nitrogen atom is the amino moiety dissolve the protonation on interaction with H1 receptor due to the basicity of with pKa value that is 8.5 to 10. For preparing stable solid doses form through salt formation, the amino moiety is really important. Okay, so this is about the SAR of H1 antagonist or H1 receptor antagonist. Hope you understand about the structural activity relationship of H1 receptor antagonist. Thank you.